Hi, this is Rebecca Davis of Weird, Scary, and Interesting. Today we're going to be talking about fun facts on New Year's Eve. I'm going to start out with the history of the Gregorian calendar. New Year's Eve is the last day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, but other calendars is on different days, like the Julian calendar. It is the last day on January 1st till the fall of the Roman Empire. The date was gradually changed in various parts of Europe to March 25th to conform with the Christian festival of Antinom. In the Gregorian calendar, New Year's Eve is also known as Old New Year's Day or St. Sylvester's Day. In many countries, it is the evening or the entire day of the year, the 31st December. Last day of the year is commonly referred to as New Year's Eve. The Gregorian calendar started on February 24th, 1582, by Pope Gregory XIII, after whom the calendar is named after. It took 350 years for the world to get it on board. Turkey didn't make the switch until 1927. Okay, we're moving on. Which country gets the New Year's first? The Line Islands, part of Kiribati, and Samoa and Tonga. Which is the last country to bring on the new year? Baker Island and Howell Island. Moving on. Different things countries do to celebrate December 31st. Number 1. In Spain, they eat 12 grapes at midnight on New Year's Eve to bring 12 months of happiness. Number 2. In Bolivia, families often hang small homemade dolls outside their homes for good luck. Number 3. In Japan, at midnight, New Year's Eve bells, gongs, sound to banish bad spirits. Number 4. In the Netherlands, they have a tradition to leave the old year behind and welcome the new one by making bonfires in the streets using Christmas trees. Isn't that a great way to get rid of the old Christmas trees? Number 5. In Portugal, children go from home to home and sing songs for neighbors. They may receive coins in return. That's a nice tradition. You get a song and you get money. Number 6. In Brazil, many Brazilians welcome the new year at the beach. And it is considered good luck to make 7 wishes while jumping 7 waves, so you can count on good old New Year's beach party down in Rio de Janeiro. Number 7. In Denmark, you will hear plagues break in the New Year's Eve because it's considered good luck. The Danes hold the tradition of throwing plates at the front door of family and friends' homes to welcome good fortune for the new year. Moving on. Before and after the party ends. Number 1, confetti dropped in Times Square is holding secrets. The confetti in Times Square has thousands of people's wishes written on them. In 2015, Wishfetti became a part of the tradition. People write wishes for the new year and submit them to Wish Wall in Times Square or online. Those wishes are turned into the confetti that falls over the crowd. Great way to recycle. Okay. Number 2, over 50 tons of trash are left in Times Square after New Year's celebration. But 3,000 pounds of that is confetti. That is a lot to clean up. The party is on! Number 1, ABC's New Year's Rocking Eve show is long-standing tradition. Dick Clark being hosting the show in 1974. In December 2004, Clark suffered a stroke, and Regis Philbin stepped in at the last minute to host. In 2005, Clark officially handed hosting duties over to Ryan Seacrest. Number 2. Then the ball starts before midnight. Has a historic background. Time balls were invented to help sailors long before it was used on New Year's Eve. A ball on top of England's Royal Observatory in Greenwich was dropped at 1 p.m. every day in 1833 to help ship captains cooperate their navigating equipment. Similar balls were set up in coastal areas around the world. Number 3, did you know that the first Times Square New Year's party was thrown for a newspaper? Why was that? Because the annual tradition of New Year's started as a party to celebrate the opening of the New York Times building in 1904. Over 200,000 people attended. That's a big party. Number 4, the Times Square Ball's way has yo-yoed. The original ball was made from 700 pounds of iron and wood. It was later reduced to 400 pounds of wrought iron before they switched to an aluminum frame in 1955. The now 11,875-pound balls didn't get its new look and materials until the millennium, when Waterford partnered with Philips Lighting to create a shimmering LED display. Well, unless it got a makeover over time. Number 5. Waterford comes up with a new ball pattern. Every year, the sphere made up 2,688 crystal triangles and has over 32,000 lights. Is also displayed over 60 million colored patterns. That would be pretty. Number 5. Instead of a ball, Miami, Florida rings in the new year with an orange. But why an orange? The rising of Mr. Neon, the 35-foot sunglass-clad material fruit, has been a tradition for over 30 years. Number 6. While over in Key West, Florida, a drag queen descends in a shoe. A female impersonator named Sushi is lowered from a bar rooftop in a giant red high-heeled shoe. This has been happening since 1996. Okay. When the clock strikes midnight. Number 1. 5 minutes to midnight, we all start to count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we start a New Year's kiss. We share a New Year's kiss, with someone at a party you're at. But how did that kiss at New Year's start? It started when numbers of German immigrants during the 1800s were brought the kiss along with them, which by the 1900s became a nationwide way of celebrating that has remained today. The funny thing about traditions is sort of just developed over the time. Mick Carson said. Number 2. When everyone is kissing, you will hear the song Auld Lang Syne began sung. How did Auld Lang Syne get started? The guy created with Auld Lang Syne didn't fully write it. Robert Burns took a Scottish folk song, Auld Lang Syne, and put his own spin on it. That's an interesting history behind that song. In 1788, which is the version we all know today. And auld lang syne means time long past. I'm right. It is an interesting history behind that song. Number 3. We all make New Year's resolutions. But do you know most New Year's resolutions aren't taken too seriously? But why does that happen? Because nearly 80% of the resolutions made at the beginning of the year are forgotten by February. So who worries if you need to restart? Number 4, the reason January is called January is actually kind of deep. It's been widely reported that the month of January has a name for Roman, the god Janus, but it is actually rooted in Latin word Inuna, which means door. The name was chosen to symbolize the opening of the new door that happens when the new year begins. Number 5, at the end of the year, we all wonder who's going to have the New Year's baby. But do you know the tradition of the baby New Year is actually really old? Baby New Year has been a symbol of the holiday since 600 BC, starting in ancient Greece, when an infant was paraded around in a basket in celebration of Adonis. Hopefully I pronounced that right. The god of fertility and wine. The baby represents a rebirth that occurs at the start of each new year. Number 6, through the party's rage on, there wasn't a ball dropped until 1907. Fireworks were previously used to welcome the new year, but they were banned because burning embers were falling on the crowd. A ball being lowered on the flagpole was safer, but bet. Yeah, a lot more safer than fireworks. Number 7. It's been speculated every year since and expected for during World War II. The wartime restrictions put on paused in 1942 to 43. Times Square revelers observe a moment of silence at midnight instead. Number 8. Hershey, Pennsylvania drops a giant kiss to ring in the new year. Other Pennsylvanians have traditions that play off their names in Mechanicsburg. Hopefully I pronounced that right. They dropped a ranch in Dillsburg. They dropped a pickle. Different traditions. Number 9. And last one. Americans drink around 360 million glasses of sparkling wine on New Year's. Corks can fly out of the bottle at a speed of 25 miles per hour. So it's best to open bottles at a 45 degrees angle away from yourself and others. Hopefully you have a safe and happy New Year's. And if you like this video, like and subscribe, and tell me your New Year's resolutions in the comments. Goodbye.